Hi everybody, welcome back to Ways in Which God Speaks to Us. I hope you all have been experiencing wonderful ways in which God speaks to His children. Today I want to talk to you about something that He highlighted to me when I was doing a mani-pedi on my feet. God was bringing me back to a time when I had some foot surgery. You know, I used to do hair and I used to stand on my feet for many hours on a hard surface. And I had a client one time that had gone through some surgery for bunions, and it was successful, and her feet turned out beautiful. So I decided to take her recommendation and go and have surgery done through these doctors. And so I had the surgery, and when it came time to put the boot on, I said, oh no, a friend of mine, my client, gave me her boot, so I'm going to go ahead and wear her boot because it's going to save me some money. So they put the boot on me, and I went and I rested for a few days, and then I went back to work. Well, I was experiencing some swelling in that, but I just thought that was normal, so I just continued to do my work. Well, one Saturday, I had worked a half a day, and I had planned to go to a friend's for her wedding. She had asked me to do her hair and her makeup, so I had traveled to her house to do that, and then I had to go pick up somebody from the train station. So as I parked the car and I was getting out of the car, swinging my leg out, I hit my foot on the car door. Boy, did that hurt. I tell you, that was not good. So anyway, I had to finish out the day, go to the wedding and the reception, and my foot just kept swelling and getting bigger and bigger. And so anyway, made it through that day. A couple weeks later, I went back to the doctor to have the bandages removed and, take the boot off and what have you. Well, when they did all that, they noticed that my toe was like this. It wasn't lying flat. It was like a hammer toe. So anyway, the doctors couldn't figure it out. It dawned on me later what had happened is I had jammed my toe, and it caused it to retract like that. But at the time, doctors couldn't figure it out, and they just wanted their remaining balance for the surgery they had originally done. And they said, well, go home, rest, and keep your foot elevated, and maybe being out of the bandages and out of the shoe will help it to lie flat. Well, that didn't happen. So it ended up that I had to have another surgery a couple years later. And so they lengthened the tendon, and they had to remove some nerves and other toes and bone spurs as a result of not being able to walk properly on my foot. So that was another procedure and more recovery time. And so during all this, when God was showing me this or reminding me of this, He asked me to pose you a question. Whose shoes are you wearing? And so the Lord began to show me that when we wear shoes that are too small, that it puts limits on us and it makes us ineffective. Now, shoes remind me of ministry. And when we put the right shoes on, we're stepping in the ministry that God has for us. So when we wear shoes that are too small for us, it makes us have limits and be perhaps ineffective as far as how far-reaching God wanted our ministry to go. And also, if we put on shoes that are too big for us, we may stumble and we may fall. We may mess up, slip up. So, but when we put the shoes that God has for our feet on, we will be very effective. We will step securely, and we'll be able to walk the path that God has for us. So I want to encourage you, because He says in Psalm 91 that He will give His angels charge over us to guard us in all our ways. They will bear us up lest we dash our foot against a stone. So when we wear the right shoes that God has perfectly fit and designed for us, instead of trying to maybe perhaps emulate somebody else's ministry because we like it, we see great results from it. But you know what? There's an audience, and there is a group of people out there that only you can reach. Those people God is interested in, because when you walk in the shoes that he has for you, you will be most effective. So let me ask this question again. Whose shoes are you wearing? Till next time, God bless.